Hi, my name is Mr. Moneybags. I am a well-known member of the Illuminati and the official spokesman of the Global Psychosis Network. But tonight, I am your host, as we listen together to a new episode of the Jimbo Trashy Podcast. Now, if you would, please silence your cell phones and shut the fuck up as we evolve into the fourth density vibration via another production of Global Psychosis Entertainment straight out of Dark Gem Studios, where everything is a conspiracy, even you are a conspiracy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Jimbo Trashy Podcast. Yeah.
You are listening to the Global Psychosis Network.
Global Psychosis Entertainment presents the Jimbo Trashy Podcast.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Holy shit. It's the Jimbo Trashy Podcast, where everything is a conspiracy. Even you are a conspiracy. This is episode 23. And tonight my guests are... actually, before we say that, I'm your host, Jimbo Trashy. And... PVZ as one of our guests. And the other guest is a longtime original, has been here in a while, NOX.
Liar.
It's been a while, dude, since you've been on the last podcast.
Has it?
I would say, I want to say the last episode you're on, maybe 16, 15, 14,
That was
13? I think it was 13.
13. You're making these like fucking hotcakes and shit. Months ago?
They're coming out like hotcakes,
I
dude.
know.
Everyone got to get them while they're hot.
Get on these podcasts, motherfuckers.
So, PVZ,
PVZ.
I haven't seen you in a real long time. This is no joke here.
It's been a while.
Yeah. What have you been up to lately?
Besides growing a beard.
No, I got my beard.
His beard, man. That beard's out of control. That's like,
long-term investment.
yeah, that was like, it looks like some, I don't know, dude. Some Roman shit or something. I don't know.
It's Sparta.
Sparta, yeah. It's like medieval shit.
That's right.
It's a big beard.
Someone's jealous.
So you're doing a music project.
I'm typically in the middle of a couple, actually. One being, little reggae band action with a saxophone I have, and also some, R&B, bluesy type hip hop stuff going on with West Coast Killer Bees, kind of like a branch off of RZA's Wu-Tang stuff. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Wu-Tang.
Do you guys have a YouTube or anything out yet? Or?
Nothing at the moment, but we're getting ready to kind of just jump into, throwing on an album, putting together an album, and then later on, get it out there with a few different promotions.
Okay, I hear that. Yeah, I have an album coming out on Valentine's Day of this year.
No way.
Through iTunes and Amazon. So if you guys want to go out there and click on that and download it, be my guest.
What's it called?
Right.
It's called Prehistoric Psychonaut. It's by the artist Elvis on Acid. That's like my...
Is that your formerly known?
I still go by it, but like people think of me as Jimbo Trashy as the individual.
Oh, right.
For the longest time, people thought Elvis and Acid was like multiple people, and I tried telling them from day one it's just me. It's always been Jimbo Trashy.
Right.
It's Elvis on Acid, but
Because I've always known you as just having that title of Elvis on Acid.
yeah, but there's I've had other people in the project, and people have associated that with certain people,
Right.
or they think it's multiple people, or sometimes they think it's not even going on anymore,
Or like a group of people.
or a group of people. Yeah,
Yeah.
But I spent a year doing my last album, and now I finally finished it, and it's originally it's supposed to have 15 songs. I cut it down to 9 songs because I was like, no, I want to cut out all the fat and shit,
All right.
So yeah, that's going on with me. But
That's
anyway,
pretty cool. No, like I said, I've been just going out experimenting with the different types of musical type of resources. Being that I was working at a company doing field engineer work, which I'm sure all of us here have been experienced in the realm of the field engineer.
Oh yeah, especially that place we used to work at called Tolt.
T-O-L-T.
It's like what was Tolt, dude? Tolt was like It's like the Illuminati
Team
in
one.
a smaller form.
Team One Logistics
Technology.
something like that. Yeah, it's crazy.
How that was like, I swear, Tolt was it was an umbrella, dude. It's like, oh, you gotta be cool. You gotta be cool with this guy. Be cool with that guy. Make sure you're cool with this dude.
Yeah, it had its little internal politics, but everything was pretty much responsibilities and all this other stuff. People were either you got used to it or you just ended up not really working out with the whole I guess hierarchy. But hey, it's just
Dude, when I used to work with Tolt, I used to be thinking every day I'm gonna get fired. Even if I did a good job, I thought I was gonna get fired.
I understand the feeling.
And then some of the people they had hired there, it was just like, really? Like, this is the dude that's you got your zone and shit.
I remember one time I had to train this guy. He didn't even know how to double click on a laptop, and I was like, no way, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would have had a better rep if it wasn't for the person that was in charge there,
Oh, of course.
Like, evildoers beware. I thought I was like the worst tech ever just because fucking what the big man upstairs would fucking tell him and shit,
Yeah.
Hey, Holmes, he's a piece of shit, Holmes.
Yeah, he wouldn't even let me fuck his girlfriend, Holmes. He didn't invite me to WrestleMania, Holmes.
Oh.
Like, everything I do, that's the only dude I've ever called boss in my entire life. And the only reason why I said that was to fucking stroke his ego so he wouldn't have his fucking period when I'm around and shit, dude. And it only worked like half the time.
Hey, boss. Yeah, boss.
How you doing, boss? How you
Hello,
doing,
boss?
Hey, did you get a haircut? Oh, you looking good, playa? Just like tell him whatever he needs to hear so he can just leave me the fuck alone. So I can just make my measly fucking 2-week paycheck.
You know what? That's the only thing that ended up being really good about Marcus is that he learned a lot of the authoritative side of the whole thing. If it wasn't for for our old manager, so I'm just saying it's like whoa. At least he got the good side of that. I give him credit for that at least.
True that.
Because he wasn't really too hard on you unless you really were screwing up. So
I wonder what Vu's doing these days. He's probably working
falling asleep at a different job.
A sushi chef somewhere
He's
in
fucking
like
rolling
little
up fucking
Tokyo.
Vietnamese egg rolls and shit.
I think he would solder while sleeping. That was crazy.
That fool's always fucking sleeping. Dude, I catch a lot of people fucking sleeping at work and shit. Like, there's security at work that runs the front desk and all that shit. They have, like, the computer monitor there with the cameras on and shit, and they're right there with their hands on the fucking mouse and their eyes all closed and shit. I walk in and they go, hey, how's it going? And they're, like, right there sleeping. And sometimes I'll wake them up and they go, oh, hey! How you doing? Because one is an African guy and shit. So fucking, oh, man. And then there's like a fucking 2 other chicks and shit that worked there. And like, dude, they're always fucking sleeping at a certain time. And I always end up catching them and shit. They're just like all stood up properly and shit. Once they start hearing a lot of people coming, they wake up and shit. Look like they're looking at the monitors. Like fucking, I don't know. I'd rather wear those fucking glasses that have those fake eyes and shit. So,
dude, towards the end of my tenure at Tolt, I'd fucking go and like I'd be so hungover from like partying on like Saturday night and I have to work Sunday morning or some shit. So I knew it was one of those slow days, but you still had to get shit done. I'd fucking go to my location, make sure I have everything squared away, and then like the whole day I'm just like so miserable, tired. And then after like 2 hours of my shift, when I finally get to my first location, way out there in Orange County or something, I'd fucking go and take a nap for like an hour and a half. Then I wake up and I close the call and just like, oh, okay, this happened and that happened.
lazy bastard.
But I would always get more than 6 calls. You had to get 6 calls,
Yeah.
I would get like at least 9,
Yeah. I mean, like I said, towards the end of my employment there, there happened to be this one guy that, was Mr. Show Off and just made like 5 or 6 of other people just look like, fucking like they're not doing shit, and we actually were. But at the same time, quotas are quotas, and extracurricular stuff, like those PMs, commonly known as preventative maintenance calls.
I hate those.
That was some bullshit. I hated the Sev 1, dude. Remember that you had to get up like 4 in the morning and go to some store because they couldn't print out a receipt or something? Like, who gives a fuck, dude?
Dude, I had to go like around like 3 o'clock in the morning and shit, all the way to fucking Pacific Palisades and shit because the battery was down for the backup unit, so the store wasn't running and shit. I was like, you fucking kidding me, right? I also try to pass it on to fucking
the next person on call.
to the next person and shit, and nah, that wasn't happening. So I had to go run with that shit. Drove all the way over there. Fucking did that bitch. I'm like, fuck. I gotta get permission to switch this shit down and shut down the fucking store. I told the person in charge, hey man, I gotta shut this down real quick. I'm gonna bring it back up though. It's coming back up? I'm like, yeah.
Hey, but seriously though, you never fucked Raina or what was the other one's name? Mirtha?
Oh, no.
What was her name?
Oh, Myrna.
Myrna, yeah.
No, didn't have a
You were like
chance
there
to.
all day with those chicks, dude. I thought for sure like they were double slobbing your knob and shit, dude.
Shit, I wish. No, I just fucking.
They're always trying to kick you out of the depot so you can get laid, and I thought that's what was going on and shit.
No, I guess it didn't happen and shit. And I don't know.
Yeah, that's funny.
There was certain politics involved that didn't allow me to get with them chicks.
I don't know, dude. I
And she
think
was
I
too-
think
she
I
was
think if
too
you just
ditzy.
tried,
Too
if
ditzy.
you would have tried, I think you could have got it.
She was
Yeah.
too ditzy for me.
Fucking. Anyways, I don't want to talk about tote and shit, dude.
Tote?
No, I don't want to talk about no
Do we
work,
told your feelings?
no
dude?
job,
No
dude. Like
job.
fucking. I work enough to know like I don't want to talk about that shit. I don't give a fuck about that
How about
shit.
Party City? Can we talk about Party City?
Parties. Well, it was a party store, so yeah, it was a party every day.
Oh man, that job.
Oh,
Dude.
you worked at Party City too?
I worked at Party City. That was
He's
my
the-
first job.
He was the one who got us the job, dude. I was working at fucking Long John Silver's and shit, flipping fucking fake fish, deep frying that bitch for fat people.
Here's what
Fucking-
happened. Okay, so I'm 17. My mom's like, you need to get a job, you know?
Yeah.
So I go and I'm like job hunting, right? And the first place I go to is Party City, and I go up there. I go, are you guys hiring? And this fucking gay guy's like, oh, it's 1 second. Let me get you an application or some shit. And that's how he sounded too. So he gives me the application. I'm like, oh, cool, thanks. And I walk out, and he's like, wait. And I turn around like, he's like, you're hired. How do you do a gay Mexican accent? That's fucking hard.
You're hired.
You're hired. Or I can't even
You're
fucking
hired.
do
You
it,
can
dude.
work for us. You
You are hired.
His
You
name
can
was-
work for us.
His name is Wilbert.
Wilbur.
Wilbur.
So he ends up telling me I'm hired without even filling out the application, you know. So right off the bat, I'm hired. He thinks I'm cute and shit. I know this, you know. I'm like, okay, this guy's gay, and he fucking thinks I'm cute, so I'm gonna fucking.
So he's like a Fez.
Yeah, kind of like a Fez, but a little more gay, I guess.
More gay than Fez, huh?
No, actually gay.
Like,
And like not afraid to show it.
like
he'll
Fez
fly,
was
like-
just like effeminate. This guy was like literally gay, and he would like look at people's asses and shit when they're up on the ladder and stuff.
Oh, like now we know how fucking like chicks feel and shit. Like fucking when guys are just like standing there and like nothing, just like fucking straight out eye raping the chick.
Well, anyways, he thought I was cute, so I'm like, all my buddies like, hey, dude, I need a job. I'm like, well, fuck, he's gay. He'll probably hire you, man. Just fucking flirt with him or something. I don't know. Do what you gotta do.
I remember you fucking called me and shit. Like
Put on your muscle tee.
he's like, hey, dude, there's a fucking gay guy that fucking is like my boss and shit. He'll hire any of my friends and shit right now. You want to work at fucking Party City? Yeah. You give a fuck if the guy's if the boss is gay? Oh, the fucking lines fucking hit on me and shit. Like that's
Dude,
amazing. But damn,
it was there. We had a
dude.
lot of people there. Remember, it was you.
Almost the whole fucking crew was there. And
we had
shit,
Nox, DJ Fate, Evildoers Beware. Who else do we have from?
dude. Fucking
Eric
the Red.
Eric the Red. Was Eric the Red?
Yeah,
You did
dude.
too?
For a second, dude.
Okay, Jeremy.
Jeremy. Fucking
I think there's at least one other person I'm forgetting about.
God damn, there's a lot of fucking. There's a lot of people that work there and shit. Then later on, more homies fucking got on.
Remember, dude, I remember the day, one of my final days there. What made me think like I want to quit is that this guy was like walking to, like he was like bending over, like picking something up on a shelf, and Wilbert acted like he had no room and brushed up his cock against him. But he had plenty of room.
Everything.
We'll be right back on the Jimbo Trashy Podcast.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy. Everything
conspiracy.
You are listening to the Global Psychosis Network. You are listening to the Global Psychosis Network.
Welcome back to the Jimbo Trashy Podcast.
Welcome back.
Everything.
The funny thing about that commercial break we just had with that beat that was playing, in the video you see this dude at the arcade in Redondo Beach, and he's calling the fucking horse racing while I'm pissing with a gun into a hole, and makes a horse go faster. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I'm playing against nobody, but here's my horse going by itself, and the whole time he's like, well, 35, 45, 45, 45, oh, here it comes. And this guy, whatever, you know, he's doing his job, but he gives me some tickets that come out after, I guess you win like 5 tickets, depending on if you're first place or whatever. So he pulls off the tickets, and he comes up to me, and he hands them to me, he smiles, and it's on video for this music video, and he smiles, and he's got these, like, his real teeth, dude, are just like 3 or 4 like huge teeth, like all the way up to the fucking top of his lip. There's no gum, and they're all like dark yellow with like black in between it, dude. Like cartoon fucking what the fuck.
Yeah.
And he knows it, and he like uses it as his fucking like his gimmick and shit when he comes up to you like, "How's your tech ass?" You know? And you serious?
Are they fake or
They're real. It's his real teeth. I mean, if that was fake teeth, I'd be very surprised, because that guy looked like an old, poor, greasy Mexican dude that could never even fucking, you know, ever get laid.
You want tickets? Here's a ticket.
He looked like a carny, dude. He was straight up carny.
Dude, don't let him in your house, man. They won't let you back.
Those teeth, man. It was his teeth impressed me with how gross they were, dude. You know, because I mean, who gives a fuck about some dude's teeth? But this guy's teeth, like, were prominent, dude. Like, he smiles. I'm telling you, like, they're like twice as long as our teeth, yellow, and there's like black in between them.
Dude, you know what was fucked up, dude? If like,
and he was like greasy, and he had like old like acne scars and shit. It was just fucking horrible, dude.
It just helped you concentrate when you were aiming at that shit.
I mean, the reason why I filmed it is because his face and teeth was so fucking gross, dude. I was like, dude, we have to put this in the video. It was like, dude, this guy's a character, man.
You should go back there and ask him, hey, you want to be on film?
I don't want to know him, dude. He looks like he would like be a pedophile or some shit, you know? I mean, he's scary looking, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You ever just meet somebody and you're just like, this guy's got some issues. I don't know what they are, but I'm getting away from him, dude, because this guy's freaking me out right now.
He probably lives under the Redondo Beach Pier.
Like, you remember the Manson bum?
Or Manson bum?
Did you guys ever? No, you probably never knew the
I haven't
Manson
heard of
bum.
that guy.
I was thinking that this is high school era, but this guy came around probably like 4 or 5 years after high school, where I lived at, after I graduated. This guy was probably like 6'8", no joke, 6'8", probably weighed 130 pounds, and he had long black hair and wore women's clothing. He looked like Marilyn Manson, so I called him the Manson bum.
Yeah.
And one time I went to a restaurant, and he was sitting in there, and he was just sitting at a table, and like numerous times I go into this restaurant, he was sitting there, but he wasn't drinking, he wasn't eating, just sitting there. And he'd be like fucking fiddling with something in his hands or something, like maybe a pencil or a pen or just whatever the fuck he had in his hand. And I was waiting for my food one time, and he looks over at me, and he saw my shirt. I was wearing like a Pantera shirt or something like that, and he looks over at me. And he starts like doing a drum beat under the table, but he like hits his foot on the bottom of the metal foot where like the where the table goes down,
Right.
and it made a fucking metal sound. And he's like, "It sounds like a spatula," and he looks at me all like creepy and shit. And then I'm like looking at him, and I'm just like, this guy is weird, dude. And like while he's telling me this, he's like fixing his bra and shit. And then right around this time, I start to like think like this guy looks like Marilyn Manson. And then right when I'm like about to say something like, "Hey, you kind of look like Marilyn Manson," he takes his hair, and there's a clip in it, and he unclips his hair, and he has like a fucking huge like bald spot in the front. So like he covered it. He covered his cover up
Like a toupee?
with like it wasn't a toupee. It was like a braid or something. It was like a
plug
long
in or some shit.
It was like a plug of like
extensions.
long black Marilyn Manson hair, and it covered like probably this much of his forehead. You know.
Gross.
Oh, what the fuck is all that?
That guy was fucking weird, man. Like if you see some guy like that, he's like, "Hey, can I be on your podcast, dude?" It sounds like a spatula, man.
Sounds like a spatula.
Like all crazy, like looking you like dead in the eyes. It sounds like a spatula, dude. And I'm just like, okay.
You know you would. You know you'll let him be on the podcast. But you call your group of homies and shit. "Hey, I need you guys to like watch this guy."
You hold his arm, you hold his arm, you hold his leg, you hold his leg. We'll strap him down, put him on the podcast.
And who's got the taser?
You should do that. You should like fucking try to see if you can find a
Bum taser?
not a bum taser. Or what's the political word? I don't know. A homeless motherfucker? Bum? Hobo?
Homeless. Isn't that how funny?
A hobo?
How funny is that if you don't have a place to live, like you're called a derogatory term, you know? Like, hey, you don't have a place to live? Like, you're fucking homeless, dude.
Oh, you should interview one and just like, "Hey, how did you get to this point?"
Those guys, I like to say they want it, dude. They
They
always
want-
seem content. You ever met a homeless guy that's like, "Can you please, like, help me get some fucking money so I can not get off the street?" They just
Dude.
want a bottle of booze and stay on the street.
Yeah. Well, actually, I've actually heard of people who prefer living on the street, being that like some company screwed them over or there's so much debt or whatever reasons, because just kind of having an idea of why they're there. And there's guys that are actually just depend on whatever they get, but they're perfectly happy the way they are, and more power to them.
Fucking when I go to work, when I take the freeway, the 91 what?
91 West?
91 West. Yeah. But it's like, okay, off the fucking off Atlantic. And there's like the fucking what's it called? The fucking sewer canals and shit. And then there's like right there in the top of the fucking canals where the freeways interchange.
Oh, the flood control.
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking there's a bum dude who made a whole little fucking like house right there and shit right underneath the fucking freeway, because he's underneath the freeway, and then he has like the little sewer canal right there where he fucking washes his shit. He has his bed, he has a living room, he has like a little fucking like some sort of kitchen area and shit, or living room and all that. He has like decorations, like some fucking dolls, Christmas lights. He has newspaper clippings like hanging up like fucking posters and all that. It's a fucking trip, man. And like, then once I start getting onto the fucking freeway and shit, you see like a little community of fucking tents right there and shit.
Yeah, when I was working Caltrans, I saw all kinds of like decked out homeless fucking pads, dude. And I mean, they were pretty extravagant. There was one that had like a mattress in there.
I believe it.
It was like, wow, the rich and famous of the fucking homeless, dude. Yes, if you look over here, there's a double-story cardboard box. Like, it was just like, they went all out on that stuff. Like, no one ever bothered them for probably months.
True.
They accumulated all this stuff.
Right.
And then one day, here comes someone from Caltrans. Like, hey, there's someone here. And then they just take them away or whatever they do,
Yeah, I'm gonna make some coffee right now. You want some coffee?
Some coffee?
Yeah, I'm gonna put some water to heat up.
Here's some water and shit.
Just say yes.
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 All right,
All right.
moving on.
There he goes.
So, like I was saying earlier, you know, can't trust these hoes.
Never trust those hoes.
So, speaking of
Jose.
Hoes.
What?
Jose's, yeah. Speaking of Jose's, dude, where'd that guy go?
He had to go home to his family.
No, he was
had
tired,
to.
dude. He was tired.
He's like, I'm high, I'm tired.
He's got himself a baby.
Yeah.
He's having a baby.
A little mini Jose.
When are you gonna have a kid, dude? Have a little fucking trashy, little
not anytime soon.
garbage pail kid.
Not anytime soon. Not ready for that step.
Oh, where's by accident?
If I ever have a
Whoops.
kid, it'll be by accident for sure. At this stage of my life, dude. 'Cause
Can you picture yourself being like a total dad though? Like, oh, like, come here.
I
son.
really can't, because when I think of a good dad, I think of a good dad. A good dad drops everything for his kid. You know, like, oh, let's take him to practice and shit. You know,
You're gonna be in the fucking garage
Yeah.
working on music.
yeah, you know, like I can't stop my music shit to fucking take some little kid to practice, dude. I just don't feel the calling right now. You know, maybe when I'm 50 and I'm like, I don't know.
50, dude. You don't want to have a kid when you're 50.
I don't know, dude. Hey, you know, some old men do it and they seem to be fine.
Yeah, that works out sometimes.
I mean, I just see people that are 20 and they have their kids already and they just seem so miserable, you know. Oh, that's the coffee. Hey,
He's
can you
done.
get that, Knox?
Hold on.
There we go.
One lump or two
I'm
lumps?
just fucking around with some sound effects.
Yeah, he's got the effects, dude. And you play saxophone, which is really dope. I
a
always
good
wish I
sound
could learn how
effect,
to
too.
play a brass one.
Yeah. I can do some.
We got to get you on some collaborations with the saxophone, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Like I
plenty
said,
of beats.
I've been working on a few things here. So, do you still have that recording that I did last time on? Way back in the day.
I have the bounce file. I don't know if I have the original files.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to. We can probably play it later if you want to hear it.
Yeah, like I'm
It's been a
definitely-
long time.
And like I
been
said,
a long time.
I think that CD got stuck in one of my old
Yeah.
stereos. So.
You'll hear the production difference too.
Oh, all right.
Because back then I thought I was good, but you don't know shit until you actually learn what you're doing, you know?
Well, yeah, and you know how to tweak your own stuff. So that's part of the whole, trial and error process.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, it's just funny how compressors and EQs are just essential, you know?
Mm.
When I started fucking around with music, I thought, oh, whatever, dude. As long as I have instruments that can make noise, I'm happy.
Right.
And like, I mean, it sounds cool. You can do stuff like that, but I mean, when it comes to recording stuff and getting that sound that you're hearing in your head, you need a lot of shit.
Yeah,
You know?
it's pretty much expanding what you already know, and then using like new technology or new gadgets to, give you that different edge.
Yeah.
So that's definitely part of the creative process.
Are you playing saxophone in your? You say you're playing saxophone in the band you're in right now?
Well, I'm just kind of like messing around with a few reggae tunes and adaptability to just playing reggae itself. I want to eventually get into playing blues, but the thing about playing blues is you have to know your blues scales, because there's a few notes in the commercial break.
We'll be right back on the Jimbo Trashy Podcast.
Or maybe not.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy. Everything is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Check out the latest sounds from the occult experimental rock project, Elvis on Acid, with their second album release, Prehistoric Psychonaut.
With historic obligations, we've come so far. We're cutting away the spiritual line. Capitulation, they don't care who you are. You're damning us to hell, it's written in the stars.
Follow Elvis on Acid on Twitter, @Elvis on Acid. Go to youtube.com/Elvis on Acid to hear the latest. Global Psychosis Entertainment, Dark Jam Records, and Elvis on Acid are not responsible for any violent revolutions, drug overdoses, or attempted suicides that may occur after listening.
Loyalty to the royalty. The fallen angels sanctified by the kings.
This ad has been brought to you by Global Psychosis Entertainment and Dark Gym Records. Copyright 2013.